Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On today's program, the Alliance for Democracy, AD, canvasses for support ahead of the Ondo State governorship elections. And health workers at the Federal Medical Center, Owerri, Imo State, continue their strike. While Suburb uncovers fake teachers in a verification exercise in Cross River State. Thank you so much for joining us, and we begin in the southwestern region of the country and with politics. The Alliance for Democracy is trying to assert its importance to this region, and in Ondo State the party is one of the key political groups seeking to outstage the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, from the seat of government in Akure. This report takes a look at the beginning of the governorship campaign for the AD in Ondo State.
This is the Democracy Park in Akure, the Ondo State capital. This large crowd of party supporters are here to know what the candidate of the AD, Chief Olushola Wike, has for them. The last time he ran for governorship election was under the People's Democratic Party, but this time around, he says under the AD, victory is assured.
Let me say that I've had a lot of campaign of card meaning, that if I become governor, I will cancel the mass transit, the buses by students, by workers in this state, and I will cancel the use of it. I've also heard that if I become governor, I will cancel some of the good programs that we are enjoying in this state. I want to assure our people that I have not come to destroy, but I have come to build on a solid foundation.
Unemployment is top priority for the AD government, and the candidate believes under his watch, every single company now moribund will be revived.
Ondo State today is going through a critical period of transition. We have witnessed in this state the highest degree of poverty. All our resources have been wasted and abandoned. Alpha 3D in Ikara is abandoned. Awana Motobo Dam abandoned. Kazaba Processing Company in Ikoya abandoned. Olokola abandoned. All the giant projects of the last administration have been abandoned. Not one single company is functioning in Ondo State. I want to assure our people that as governor, I will re-establish those companies. Those ones that have yet to be completed will be completed.
The people seem to be in agreement with him as they acknowledge his promises by singing some songs of victory. To become governor, Chief Olushola Wike will have to defeat the candidates of the PDP and the APC, who are equally strong contenders to the governorship position, and achieving this is the challenge before the Alliance for Democracy.
From the southwest to the south-south and the judiciary, where the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Nyesom Wike, has charged judges to be courageous in the discharge of their duties. He stated this while swearing in two new judges to the Rivers State judiciary. They are Justice Constance Green and Justice Chiwendu Nwogu as justices of the Rivers State judiciary. The appointment comes as the new legal year begins in the state. The governor notes that the present-day realities suggest that judges must be willing to rise above intimidation in the dispensation of justice. And to Delta State now, where the women of Baramatu Kingdom in Warri, the southwest local government area there, have called on the federal government to withdraw the soldiers who they say have been in their community for some time now. They said they were frustrated during a protest in Oporoza, the traditional headquarters of the Gwaramatu Kingdom. The protesting women also claim that the incessant harassment of their kinsmen by the soldiers has left many of them traumatized.
Gwaramatu Kingdom has been on the spotlight since the resurgence of the agitation by the Niger Delta militants, with a new group known as the Niger Delta Avengers claiming responsibility for the latest attacks on the country's oil facilities.
This one because of the threats.
For years, the people have been protesting about the disruption to their lives. Oporoza is the traditional headquarters of Gwaramatu Kingdom in Warri Southwest local government area. All appears to be peaceful. But the unoccupied boats in the community, where the major economic activity is fishing, is a sign that there is something not quite right. These Oporoza women and their neighbors have had enough. This time they're accusing the army of invading their communities, ransacking their homes. The women claim that the presence of the military in their communities and along the waterways is already creating tension and fear.
This community now, we are living in fear. The army next time will think of when we're about to do something, next time the army will come, we will run here and then. I don't know what we do to the government.
A few days of rain, just 2 days ago, they started coming at about 6 a.m. in the morning. They just, before we knew, everybody in the community started running to the forest, both small, old and small. If there is anything that is going wrong, at least there are leaders in this kingdom. They are supposed to call the kingdom to order.
Meanwhile, the spokesman of the Joint Task Force could not be reached for confirmation and purpose of the invasion, though there are reports that the army's presence here is to prevent further destruction of national assets in the region.
To the northwestern region of the country, you'll recall our conversation with our correspondent in Kano State yesterday concerning the clash between the police, security operatives and members of the Islamic movement of Nigeria. Well, they've now been speaking on the disruption of their protest in Kano yesterday, which left over 8 people dead. A member of the group, Mr. Mewada Inua, who was a guest on our sister program, Sunrise Daily, accuses the federal government, as well as the police, of killing several members of the movement in what they say could have been a peaceful march. According to Mr. Inua, the constitution of the country protects its members by guaranteeing religious freedom. Take a listen.
Under our constitution, which is the ground norm in Nigeria, right, particularly Section 38, sub 1, it gives an unfettered right to all Nigerian citizens to practice their religion, their thoughts, conscience, without restriction or harassment. And in the practice of this religion or thought or conscience, you can do that as an individual or in community. So you only seek to apply or request for the protection of the security where you are envisaging a threat. And perhaps, to our own case, the security are our threats. They are the one threatening our life. We have been on air severally. We undergo a series of press release telling the international community that this is the arrangement that Nigerian government is having. They have long planned to attack the trekking. And actually what happened yesterday was the execution of their long plan.
The reason I asked
it wasn't a provoked attack. They attack us. If you are talking of protest, it's a different thing. But for the trekking, we know that we are using the highway and other citizens have equal right of access. So we don't block the highway. Well, and particularly, again, yesterday when we branched, our people branched at one village they call Karifi, the police still follow them. They have burnt most of our assets. Most of our assets, where do we use even in cooking food, were being destroyed. They burnt them there. They still open fire on us indiscriminately.
The other part of the response, could you hang on a minute?
People of old age.
Let me bring this in. The police also say that
painful thing, they kill and take away the corpse.
You'll recall that the Nigerian police had earlier stated concerning this incident that the Shiite movement were the aggressors, and they continued a procession or a rally that was banned by the state's governments in that area. We'll take a break now on news across Nigeria. When we come back, in the South and fake teachers exposed in Cross River State.